This program has been presented by Storm. Storm, the bowler company.
Welcome, everyone, to the Storm Women's Series Championship match here on the 2025-2026 Bowling Promotion Tour. The winner of this final match takes home the Women's Series title, and we are once again at the Cap Malo Bowling Center in La Meziere, France, about 200 miles west of Paris, and our competitors are completing their practice here in lanes 21 and 2. And here we see 25-year-old PWBA member Crystal Elliott from the U.S. getting ready for a practice shot on lane 21. And it's 27-year-old Kristina Sramkova from the Czech Republic practicing on lane 22. Here is Crystal's shot on lane 21. Let's have a look at it. Good looking shot, only practice. And she does strike perfectly, so it looks like she's lined up pretty well for our match. My name is Bruce Hall, and along with Marc Chavet, we provide the international commentary for these Bowling Promotion Tour TV matches. Marc will interview the competitors at the end of the match, so please stick around for that. Our pattern today is Kegel's Main Street recreational pattern with 41 feet of length, 24 mils of oil, and a 12.5 to 1 ratio of oil in the middle of the lane compared to the outside. There's not been a re-oil for this match compared to the semifinal, so it'd be interesting to see if the lanes go through any kind of transition as we move through the match. We'd like to thank Storm for sponsoring our Women's Series and Cubica AMF for their continued sponsorship of our Masters Series, which is coming up on the same channel. And of course, many thanks to French commentator and organizer Bruno Bidone. You can check out the Bowling Promotion Tour website for info on this year's tour and make plans for next year's tour, which are typically held in late September or early October, and there will indeed be a tour in 2026. Crystal of the U.S. averaged right around 200 during her 18 games of qualifying, and with her 8 pins of handicap granted by international mixed competition rules, she ended up overall 6th in qualifying. Crystal is a PWBA and Team USA member. She won the 2024 Team USA trials in Las Vegas, which is no easy feat. She was a 2022 and 2023 NCAA national champion at Jacksonville State in Florida, and she was a 2022 gold medalist for Team USA. So quite the resume that Crystal brings to the party here for our final match. Kristina earned her way into this final match by defeating Anna Lawler of Ireland in our semifinal, which you can find in this same channel. Kristina is a member of Team Slovakia. She took second place in mixed doubles European Championships this year and owns multiple Czech national titles. Outside of the Bowling Promotion Tour, Crystal is averaging 210 and Kristina 198. Talking about equipment, looks like Kristina has moved to a physics blackout. She had a Rotogrip Tour Dynamics last round, and Crystal looks like she's settling in on an Ion Pro from Storm. Here is Philippe Sionville, our referee, and she is talking to the competitors. There's a nice high five between them. She has earlier granted the starting lane privilege to Krista Elliott, who was our top seed in the match. We will be using a PBA format where Crystal will throw her first shot on lane 21. She has elected to start the match, and here she goes. Then Kristina will bowl on lane 22, then 21, and so forth until Crystal finishes the match on the right lane. And here is Crystal's first offering for the match. Gets it a little bit to the right, and it comes up a little late into the pocket. And the 5 just can't quite get over and take out the 7, so that will be a 9 count for Crystal. She likes it. She likes it. Please turn a little harder. And it doesn't quite make the corner. She looks a little deeper than she was in that other practice shot. And watch the ball turn up. The ball hits the 5 pin, but something else kind of paralyzes it. Doesn't make it over to the 7 for the spare. There is a Rotogrip Jester spare ball, which is a very cool offering. It's a plastic ball, red and black, as you can see, very distinct as it rolls down the lane, and she uses it to convert that 7 pin. So we are perfect after 1 in terms of a spare for Crystal, and here goes Kristina. Again, moving to that physics blackout. That is a new ball for her. She had the Tour Dynamics last round, and the ball wasn't quite making the corner as well as it could have. This is a much sharper finishing, much more active weight block, and let's see if she can get a little bit better back-end reaction out of this ball. And there's a good-looking shot there, a little bit high in the pocket for a 4-7 for Kristina. And that ball went right over the 17th board or so, out to right where she wanted it, and just turned a little bit high in the pocket for a 4-7. Not a bad first offering for Kristina. Now she's going to move right a little bit with her feet, and she's going to go cross lane with her strike ball and go after that 4-7 combination. I like the way she just settles in and goes. She doesn't spend a lot of time in the approach, just gets herself settled and goes and converts the 4-7 without any drama. So it's 2 spares, and we are tied after 1 frame. Again, it's my privilege to be calling these international matches. We have a multinational tour with 9 nations represented, and before in some of the background we did see Chris Vialli there. There's Tim Foy. Actually, you can see Chris and Tim there in the background. Tim Foy is a touring pro from the U.S. He was in the front row there. And Chris Vialli was the recipient of this year's Fair Play Award. And Christopher doing quite a bit of sponsorship of bowling and quite a bit of organizing of bowling in the States when he's not competing on the bowling promotion tour. So looks like we have a ball return here, and there goes the ball down the chute and coming back, and that will allow Kristina to kick off her second frame. Competitors had an amazing tour around France. They visited 4 other locations before getting here. There was 2 locations for qualifying, and then there was some team competition and some exhibition competition. So quite the tour around France. They're not kidding when they call it the Bowling Promotion Tour. So here is Kristina. Again, once you get started, got that little shuffle step, and let's go. Here we go. Let's see if she can get this one again to the pocket. Good looking shot. Turns up just a little late to the pocket. Leaves her a solid 10. That was a good offering by Kristina. And she likes it. She likes it. Please turn up a little bit more. And she goes, oh, the dreaded solid 10 with the 6-pin wraps around the 10. And now Kristina did average 189 throughout all the qualifying, but she had her best qualifying in Bayou. And there is a shot. Oh, she goes to the right into the gutter. She used a IQ Tour to do that. That is a reactive ball, but she threw it very straight, so it didn't have a lot of hook to it. But unfortunately misses the 10-pin to the right. That is going to be an unforced error. And now let's see if Crystal Elliott can capitalize on the mistake by Sramkova. We did mention that whoever won the semifinal match was going to have their work cut out for them against Crystal Elliott. Crystal out-averaged the other 2 women by more than 10 pins. And there's a shot way out to the right. And boy, does that ball come back. So we did talk about the Main Street pattern not having a huge amount of oil. It's 24 mils of oil spread down over the 41 feet. And with a big ratio of the middle to the outside, you're going to see a lot of hook on the outside. And that's what you got there. She threw it out to the right and definitely missed her target right. And the ball hooked hard back to the pocket, just a little bit late, and she leaves only the 10-pin, but fortunate to hit the pocket on that shot. And here is Kristal now cross lane with that Roto-Grip spare ball and goes right at the 10-pin and converts. So good shot there. And that will give her the 11-pin lead after 2. You can see Bruno Bidone there on the left. And he does the French commentary along with Marc for these Bowling Promotion Tour matches. And there you can see the Storm Ion Pro, and there's a Roto-Grip Gremlin also in her bag. But the Ion Pro has gotten the call. Very, very popular piece from Storm for a lot of high-level players. And Kristal with a good stroke gets it out. Very similar place to the last shot, but this time she shreds the rack. And that ball came back with a vengeance. Watch how it comes off the spot here. Turns up through the pocket, and that time the 5-pin shreds. The head pin goes over to the sideboard, takes out the 4 and the 7. So beautiful strike there by Kristal. And that will cement her 11-pin lead going into the 3rd. Here is Kristina's 3rd frame. And there's some interchange between a referee and Kristal. And there's a little high, and once again a 4-7 for Kristina. Boy, she's made 3 pretty good shots, just nibbling around the pocket, just a little high, as you can see. And it's basically the same leave she had in the first frame. She's like, could you hold a little bit? And once again, you won't get the same amount of hold. If you miss left on with your shot on this pattern, it will not hold as well as it will if you miss right. It'll hook off the dry. So we really have to work the pattern based on what you're given to make your mistakes in the right direction, which in this case is more towards the outside. So here is Kristina going cross lane once again, converting the 4-7, so she spares in the 3rd, and Kristal will maintain her 11-pin lead. And you can see she hooks at her spares. So it doesn't look like Kristina has a plastic ball. She's got that IQ Tour that she was using for spares, and we know that she's hooked at her right side spares, 3, 6, 10s and such. She was using her strike ball to go after those spare combinations. So let's see how she does here in the 4th. And again, wastes no time, gets up there, strokes through the shot, good looking shot, and high in the pocket. Oh, and it turned up. Maybe he got that one a little slow, and it turns up into the pocket for the 4-7-10. And this is going to be a very, very difficult split combination. And fortunately, if she leaves herself open here, that's going to give Kristal a 2-mark advantage with a strike up. And again, she'll take that physics blackout and go cross lane. A little more hook. Good attempt, but only is going to get one of them. That leaves her 8 out. So now she's got 53 in the 4th, and you can see she's trying to hook the ball to the left side of the 4-pin and get it to slide over into the 10, just a little bit too much to the left, and that will give her 8 out. And now she's got 53 in the 4th and down by 26. That's if Kristal does not strike. And Kristal has not missed the pocket yet. Let's see what she does here on the right lane. Gets it out, pretty good shot, comes up a little high, but she strikes. And Kristal making it work now. She got 2 wraps in her first 2 shots. That is high in the pocket, where Kristina went just a touch higher than that, left the 4-7. Kristal seems to get a little bit less than that, gets the 4-7 to go and the 10, so Kristal gets the high strike, and she's going to increase her lead to 36 now after just 4 frames. So can Kristal keep it going here? And already in commanding position, not just because of the score, but she has a better look to the pocket. And another good looking stroke out there, comes up and dead flush. That would be a triple for Kristal, and in command of this match as we approach the halfway point. Look at that ball turn up high flush. And no doubt about that one, her best shot of the match there. Now let's see if Kristina can respond. She's been nibbling around the pocket. I think this ball move was a good one compared to her dynamics. Definitely going through the pins better, but fortunately she's yet to strike with it. And can she do it now? Does. She strikes there. Good shot there by Kristina. Again, nibbling around, must have made a move. I think she did make a move left with her feet. Came up the right side of the pocket this time and gets the trip 4. And so that will be Kristina's first strike of the match. Can she start putting some strikes together here to put some kind of pressure on Crystal? And here's Kristina's offering in the 6th, looking to double up here. And that's going to be left off her hand. Once again, no love from this oil pattern. When you miss left, the ball is not going to fade away for you. It's not going to hold the pocket. It's going to turn left through the beak, and that's what happened. And that is a nasty 3, 4, 6, 7, 10 split combination for Kristina. And I think she has no choice but to go for this now to try to stay in the match. And Crystal lined up with 3 in a row now. And she's going to again take her strike ball, get it way out to the right. There's a chance. Oh, it just hooked a little bit too much. That's going to give her 8 out in the 6th. And so she'll be looking at 79 in the 6th. And Crystal has a chance to continue to increase her lead, which is now sitting at about 60 pins, I'm afraid. So dominant lead by Crystal, and possibly unrecoverable already by Kristina. Let's see what Crystal does here. And another good-looking shot. Dead flush. Absolutely perfect. Splits the 8-9. Her last 2 shots have been absolutely textbook. And Krista Elliott lined in. Kristina's max score now is only 199. And Kristina already pacing well into the 220s. By pacing, we mean if she just goes strike spare for the rest of the match. We talked about some of the cities that these competitors visited. They visited 868 bowling in Bayeux. We mentioned that. That was Kristina's best set. And we'll visit some of those other cities in a minute here. Let's see if Crystal can put up a 5th strike in a row and comes up and does. Oh my God. She is just flushing these shots. What a beautiful shot there. Watch this. Out to the right, turns up, watch the ball. It absolutely hits 4 pins. It hits the 1, the 3, the 5, and the 9, and the rest go away. And that is a perfect, perfect strike for Crystal Elliott. I think we can basically give her the title at this point. She only needs to beat 199. I don't think that's going to be a problem. And here is Kristina with her beautiful shot there in the 7th. And that was her best shot of the match by far. Ball's over the 9. Yeah, she did move left. That was crossing about the 19 board. And the ball holds on the oil and goes through the pins the right way. And a beautiful strike there for Kristina. We mentioned Bayeux in the northwest corner of France. Then they had a team series in a town called Avranches near the coastal town of Mont-Saint-Michel. Then they had their final 6 games of qualifying at Bowling-Le Sphere in Fontaine-le-Comte, which is about 200 miles southwest of Paris. And here is another shot. Could that make it up to the pocket? And look at that. She carries the 2-pin, gets the 2-pin from behind. That's going to be a double for Kristina, and a little bit of redemption here in a tough match. But she does get the strike and the double. And it's not totally over, but I think we'd have to see some pretty dramatic opens by Crystal, and something tells me we're not going to see that. She is locked into the pocket. And watch that beautiful arm swing. Strokes through the shot, gets it out to the dry, turns it up, strikes again. And now we're looking at max game watch. This is 279, and she's already in the 8th frame. And watch this ball turn up, and boom, oh my goodness. Just locked in Crystal Elliott. You can see how she won all those tournaments. Once again, took the NCAA National Championship in the 2022-2023 year out of Jacksonville. And watch this stroke. Let's see if we can do another one here. That's another good-looking shot. Turns it up a little bit late. Shreds the rack, but leaves the 10-pin. So now she'll be down into the 250s for her max score. But again, not a bad-looking shot. Ball just turns up a little bit late. You see the 6-pin into the channel and does not take out the 10. Talked about bowling Le Sphere, Fontaine-le-Comte. That's where our TV finals were last year. And finally, they bowled a team exhibition at Chateaubriand. Another beautiful wine town. And she converts the 10-pin. So good-looking spare there. A little bit to the right, Crystal, but she hung on to convert the spare. Crystal will be our women's champion. Let's see what Kristina can end up with a score here. So quite a tour for these players. And again, there you can see Tim Foy right there in the front row. He missed leading qualifying by only 20 pins. Simon Rusovsky got that honor from Slovakia. He averaged just over 228. And look at this, another strike by Kristina. She did actually finish her semifinal match with 3 strikes in the 10th, so once she gets lined up, she can string them as well. Unfortunately, got a late start in this match and is not going to catch Crystal Elliott. We mentioned Simon Rusovsky, 18-game qualifying leader. He averaged just over 228. He edged out Tim Foy by just 20 pins. And the next closest competitor was well back, so those two kind of ran away with the qualifying. We'll see them in the Masters Series coming up on this same channel. And here is Kristina's 10th frame. Another beautiful pocket shot, and gets the 10-pin to fall. Look at this 4 in a row. Boy, if she could only have a couple of those shots back. Man, if you could take the one, for example, in the 4th and the 6th and turn them into the shots she's throwing now, we'd have ourselves quite a match. Again, she gets it out to the dry. You see the ball turns up and just enough to slap that 10, and it goes out. And look at these beautiful shots she's throwing, and you know these are the shots she's capable of making. So Kristina Sramkova, quite the competitor, and showing us something here at the back end of this match. Can she get her 5th in a row and turns it up? Beautiful shot there, 5 in a row. Wow, what a comeback for Kristina. And just had some missteps early on in the match, but once she got lined in, she has not missed. And watch this one turn up and go through the pins the right way. And that, again, great move to the physics blackout. That ball is turning on the back end and going through the pins absolutely the right way. You can see it right away as soon as she started throwing it. And this will be our last shot from Kristina. And another good-looking offering. Let's turn that one up. And she finishes perfectly with the back 6 and comes up with 199. That was her max score as of the 6th frame. So good for you, Kristina. Great finish. You definitely acquitted yourself well in this match. Unfortunately, you hit a freight train in Crystal Elliott, who is a U.S. PWBA and Team USA star. And we will see lots more of her, hopefully on the PWBA Tour this year. And there's another shot by Crystal. Has not missed the pocket at all. It flushes that one. And now she has a 258 possible. And now she's really stroking the ball beautifully. 228 in the 9th. So she actually had the match locked up in the 8th frame. And let's see if she can get a second one here in the 10th. And another good-looking shot. Okay. Oh, she missed the pocket. Oh, that's her first miss. Just got a little bit to the right and didn't quite make the corner for the bucket. But that's going to put her in the 240s. And congratulations to Crystal Elliott. She is the Storm Women's Series champion. for the 2025-2026 Bowling Promotion Tour. And there is the appreciative clapping for her, and she does convert. And she'll end up with 248. A wonderful game by Crystal Elliott. Congratulations. And we will look at some highlights here of some shots, and then we will have Marc Chavet's interview, so please stick around for that. And congratulations to Crystal Elliott, our Storm Women's Series champion. Once again, stay tuned to this same channel. We will have team competition, we will have Masters singles competition, and all in all, we're going to be bringing you 12 TV matches here. And look at some of the shots here. There's some beautiful strikes here by both of these talented players. And you can pick any one of about 8 or 9 shots by Crystal, and you can pick any one of the back 6 for Kristina. Look at that. She had 7 strikes and 6 of them at the back end of the game. So 199 for Kristina. Great comeback for her. And then we will have Crystal's stats here. She shoots 248, 7 strikes, 4 spares, and she's clean through the match. So great looking effort by Crystal Elliott. Congratulations to her for being our Storm Women's Series champion.
What a match, Kristina. What a final. Your first TV final, indeed. You were able to handle those emotions, find the strikes, frame number 6. I'm sure if you could hop on board a time machine, go back and replay frames 3, 4, 5, you would do that right away.
True, as you said, it was my first TV finals, so yeah, I was a little bit nervous in the beginning. I found my shot and the calmness in the 6th frame, so from the 6th frame it was really good. I felt good on the lane, so yeah, it was too late, but what to do.
And so added pressure, first TV finals playing against one of the greatest in the game, Crystal Elliott of the U.S. Obviously that doesn't help in terms of finding your cool and your collected spirit from the start.
Yeah, I have to say that it was a really good experience to play with such a good player here from PWBA. Well, yeah, I was a little bit nervous, so my shot wasn't really there. But I tried to do my best, and I did it, but from 6th frame.
And Kristina, just talking about the Bowling Promotion Tour 2025, going to multiple cities, multiple bowling centers all across France. That must have been a human experience unlike anything else.
I really like the Bowling Promotion Tour. This is my first experience here. I would love to come back here because you can try multiple bowling centers, multiple patterns. You meet such really good players from the US and from other countries from Europe as well. You make some new friends as well. You play with local people, so it has a really good vibe and really many positives to play and to have from the Bowling Promotion Tour.
I love the Slovakian accent. Can we learn one word, how to say thank you in your language?
It's ďakujem.
Ďakujem. How's that?
It's ďakujem, so.
Thank you so much. Alongside Crystal Elliott, the champion all the way from the USA, coming to France, winning the Women's League, brought to you by Storm. Crystal, congratulations. It was a festival of strikes. This is like a master class on how to get the job done. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And what's it like playing here in France on a TV final like this one?
Actually, it's really cool. It gives a similar feel of how it feels when you're bowling in the States on a major show. And so it's the same type of feeling. And so I was really fortunate to already have the experience. So going into this, it was really awesome to be able to feel the same things that I felt before.
And tell us a bit about the adventure that you went through for the last couple of days, crossing France, going to different bowling centers, just playing with various people, meeting the European scene as well. Must have been a great experience for you.
Oh, it was awesome. France is so beautiful, and I want to come back. Like, I need to come back, actually. But the different bowling centers were awesome, and they took care of us very well, and it was just really cool getting to meet so many different people and being in new environments and just really embracing the experience over here because it's much different than the U.S.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 Bowling Promotion Tour Women's League champion, brought to you by Storm, Crystal Elliott. Thank you so much.
This program has been presented by Storm, the Bowler Company.